by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Patriots quarterbacks Cam Newton and Mac Jones both expected to play in tonight's preseason opener against Washington, according to ESPN's Mike Reese. How long they play will be determined by Coach Bill Belichick. He previously said Newton's the team's starting QB, but also acknowledged plans to practice with the Eagles Monday and Tuesday are a factor in decision-making. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott will have what the team is calling a precautionary MRI when they return to Texas after tomorrow's game at Arizona. The exam will be done to see how the healing process is coming along in his shoulder. Dak is eyeing a return to practice on a full-time basis next week. And more than 30 years after the movie Field of Dreams became a hit, the state of Iowa will host its first ever MLB game when the White Sox and Yankees face off at a specially constructed ballpark next to the movie site in Iowa, 6:30 Eastern, ESPN Radio.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
From the WZDX Pinpoint Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures hanging out in the upper 80s and lower 90s. But once again, heat indices are going to be in the triple digits, anywhere between 105 and 107 degrees. A heat advisory will be in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. We stay warm through the overnight, lows dropping into the low and mid-70s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
He's bald, he's opinionated, and he's here.
You're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell.
Listen to Feinbaum, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Who wants coffee? Anybody wants coffee?
Tom, can you get me off the hook? Roll type C.
The Italian's tired.
He ain't good looking, but he sure ain't shy. He's a northern-bred, southern-fed, slick-talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the junkyard dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land, nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Testosterone high today.
Yeah, Tom's a man, he's got the plan, he's really got it made. What a wife he's got, she's smoking hot, check out the junkyard babe. When everything is said and done, no one can beat his show. He's a high-tech redneck, Tony Soprano. If you love sports without the fluff, he's got the master plan. Cause nobody does it like Thom Abraham, yeah.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to a Field of Dreams Thursday in the Doghouse. Man, I am so looking forward to this game tonight in Dyersville. Is it Dyersville? I don't know what it's called. In Iowa, at the Field of Dreams site. And I'm looking forward to that Patriots-Washington preseason game as well, because I want to see Mac Jones and Cam Newton battling it out on the field and kind of lay my own eyes on that. But this field, look, I am not one who watches movies over and over again. But there are a few that if I stumble upon them, you know, I'm skipping around the TV and I stumble upon them, that I'll stay and watch them. Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky 3. If I stumble into those, my prediction is paid. If I stumble into one of those, pretty much I'm not leaving. Godfather 1. Godfather 2. Not so much Godfather 3. If I stumble into The Godfather, I'm staying with it. Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams. I can't change the channel once I'm watching the Field of Dreams. Can't do it. Sorry, can't do it, Sally. Can't change the channel. Can't do it. Maybe sometimes Bull Durham. But Field of Dreams is the best baseball movie ever made, in my humble opinion. With the natural and pride of the Yankees right there. And as for sports movies, baseball does it best. Baseball movies are the best sports movies. The best football movie ever, in my opinion, is the original Brian song, which I think was a made-for-TV movie, with Billy D. Williams as Gale Sayers and James Caan as Brian Piccolo. I think I tried to watch a little bit of the remake. I don't even remember getting through it. James Caan as Brian Piccolo and Billy D. Williams as Gale Sayers. It was amazing. The original Brian song. Choke you up. Oh, gosh. But this tonight will be epic. And I really, honestly, I hope it becomes a regular thing. And people are immediately thinking of other places baseball could play these games. And I'm not down with overdoing this. I really am not. The only other game that I would play and make it count is at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. But that's it. They've got a stadium at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown that holds 9,000 people. That is Major League Baseball regulation. They used to play a game there on Hall of Fame weekend, but it was an exhibition game, and nobody played in it. It was like a AAA game, basically. They would have two teams playing in that game like they do at the Hall of Fame game in the NFL. I would play a regular season game there. It's not going to hurt anybody. Play one regular season game there at Cooperstown on Hall of Fame weekend. Not that it needs any more juice. I hope this becomes a regular thing. The NHL ruined the Winter Classic, as far as I'm concerned, by blowing it up into several games each year. The Stadium Series. Oh, let's go play on a golf course and have to move the game to at night because the sun is melting the ice. Stop that. Stop that. One Winter Classic on New Year's Day is plenty. That's all I needed. One. But I'm going to say this. This is even better than the Winter Classic. I love the Winter Classic, especially when it snowed in Buffalo at the first one between the Sabres and the Penguins. But I would love to see this become a regular thing. This would be really cool. Could the NFL ever do anything like this? Now, their version of something different is the London games, or the game they play in Mexico City, which basically suck. They're doing that strictly as a cash grab. It's not something where you're playing and honoring the history of the game by playing in some quaint little stadium. Now, the Hall of Fame game, which is played there at that Tom Benson Stadium in Canton, that's a high school stadium. They play high school games there. It's a big high school stadium, but it only holds like 22 or 28,000. I might be making that up. But I don't think it holds 30,000 people. It's smaller than Vanderbilt Stadium. It's a big Ohio high school stadium. The game was invented in Canton. Canton is the home of the NFL. I'll tell you what. I'd play a regular season game there. Not going to hurt anything. I'd play a regular season game there. You could do your Hall of Fame inductions and all that other kind of stuff, but I would play a regular season game at the Hall of Fame like in October or something at that stadium in Canton. It'd just be better if it was a regular season game. So are you stoked for this thing tonight? I would love to hear from you on it. Now, coverage begins at 5 Central Time on Fox with the pregame. Regular Fox, Network Fox. Joe Buck on the call. I think John Smoltz is with him on it. There's going to be extended pregame. The teams are going to come out of the cornfield. Somebody's got to hit a home. Oh, God, please, Aaron Judge. A home run into the cornfield. Please, a home run into the cornfield. The cornfield is right behind the fence. There's a chain link fence. It's not the field that they did the movie on. That's over there 300 yards away to the east. They had to build a regulation field. The field they do kids can go and play on that field. They had the game yesterday that the under 14 game, the U14 game there yesterday. That field where they did the movie, that's kind of like that middle school field that you grew up playing on, that has the dupes and the swoops in the outfield and the little rises and all that stuff. That's what that field is. You can't play a Major League Baseball game on that. You can with dead people, like they did in a movie, but not with like real live baseball players. So they built a new field, but it's cut out of the same cornfield, 156-acre cornfield. By the way, 156-acre cornfield is a pretty good-sized cornfield. And they made sure they hand-planted corn. They made sure, this has been like 5 years in the making, they made sure that the corn would be at just the right height for this game, that it would be just perfect. The corn would be perfect. Because up north, the corn knee-high by 4th of July. Here, by the 4th of July, it's to your head. You know what I mean? We're ready to cut the corn down now. Up there, knee-high by the 4th of July, the corn's at full maturity now. I could talk about that game forever. I won't. I might not. But I think it's going to be so cool. Phone lines are open. Feel free to jump in. 256-576-4977. Your digital doghouse is available to you as well. It's at Thom Abraham Show on the Twitter and the Facebook. The text window is 732-9TA Show. 732-982-7469. One of several ways to contribute to the show. The Zone, of course, is on Twitter and Twitch and on Facebook at 97.7 ESPN. You can watch the show there. You can watch it on your YouTube channel at 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Like and subscribe there. Go to 977ESPN.com. Get links to all of that. Get the app, too. Now, here's something that got me stoked last night. I'm talking about getting stoked. The Braves went to the 11th inning with the Reds. First place on the line in the NL East for the Braves. The Phillies had lost. The Braves went to the 11th inning with the Reds. The Reds take the lead, top of the 11th.
That's a shot down the right field line and fair. A base hit down the line. Aquino will score. Farmer down to first base. He'll hold there. And it's a single for Farmer to make it 6-5 Reds here in the 11th.
Now, that's just because of the stupid ghost man on second, which will go away next year. I promise you that's gone. Gonzo. A lot of Braves come up in the bottom of the 11th.
Sims brings it. Swung on and smashed. This one is punished. Way back to the chop house. That is gone! What a moment of heroism for Ozzie Albies. They pile on him at the plate. The Braves score 3 times in the bottom of the 11th, come back and win it, and this team stays smoking hot.
Smoking hot and now tied with the Phillies for the division lead. The Mets are 1 game back. It's the best race in baseball right now. Best pennant race in baseball. Coming up in this hour, Kevin Rogers is back from VegasInsider.com with his thoughts, well, not only on tonight, but some looks at the opening weekend of the college football season, which is really just 2 weeks from Saturday, we're all so focused on September 4th around here because that's, when the Alabama-Miami and the Georgia-Clemson game, we're thinking about September 4th. Saturday, August 28th, there are, 6 games, 5 games? There are 5 games that day. And, yes, I get that some are like Southern Utah versus San Jose State, and UConn versus Fresno State. But there's a Big Ten game that day. Noon on Saturday, August 28th, Nebraska at Illinois. Brett Bielema with his maiden game with the Illini. And Nebraska and Scott Frost trying to get off the hot seat now in Lincoln. That's a Big Ten football game on Saturday, August 28th. So let's stop saying we went 3 weeks to the SEC season. Also, Hawaii at UCLA that day on the ESPN. The Nebraska-Illinois game will be on Fox. UAB will be playing against Jacksonville State on Saturday or on Wednesday. The following Wednesday, September 1st, ESPN. UAB on ESPN. Jacksonville State on ESPN. So that's right there on a Wednesday night. Thursday night, the 2nd, which is, 3 weeks from today? It's 1 million games. A bunch of games, including Tennessee hosting Bowling Green. Ohio State and Minnesota. Ohio State, Minnesota, at Minnesota. South Florida, NC State. Some good games on that Thursday night. Friday night, another 8-9 games, 7-8 games. Michigan State at Northwestern. And on Saturday, then it's on like Donkey Kong. Then Saturday happens, and then it's just, come on, let's go. That's right around the corner. We'll get his take on some of those games. At the top of the 11, we'll have a Caray's Corner with Josh Caray of the Trash Pandas. I'm sure he is stoked for tonight's game as well, but probably hoping for a rainout in East Tennessee. Get one of those minor league rainouts. They need somebody to go out there and turn the sprinklers on. Get out there, turn the sprinklers on. Get a rainout. That's a Bull Durham reference in case you don't know. Has there been any good... what do you people got for good baseball movies recently? Are all the good baseball movies from the 80s? What, Bull Durham? The Major League? The Field of Dreams? The Natural? Has there been any good baseball movies like lately? I loved Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood. I don't think you people are getting good baseball movies. All you get is like anime and cartoons and... What's the last good baseball movie? I feel bad for these guys born in the last 25 years, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Over there in the little glass room, playing the platters of matter and the stacks of wax and keeping us on the air. Out of his ever-loving mind over his Atlanta Braves. It's Coach Chris.
Do you know who I am?
Who in the blue hell are you?
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together out of spit and pollen.
I'm telling you, there's an embarrassing press conference in that kid's future.
You don't ever say that to me. Bullcrap.
There won't be any misinformation. There won't be any false statements. There won't be any hearsay.
How come there ain't no Puerto Ricans on Star Trek?
You ask me those kind of questions, it really pisses me off.
Tom, can you get me off the hook? For old time's sake.
You ask a question every week that I don't know anything about.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
You do what everybody else in the media does, just create some and throw it on the wall and see what sticks.
I ain't gonna be buried. I want a taxidermist to stuff me.
Say hello to my little friend.
Hey, yo. Grizz, my doctor didn't tell me to stop doing that. He didn't say that would give me a heart attack or anything. How you doing, man?
He probably said. Did he say anything about stop yelling at me? Are you going to continue to do that?
I don't yell at you.
It's like a dad talking down to his son, basically.
A little bit of a dad relationship. A little bit. Not
okay.
So much.
So movies.
Hey, look, I asked you freaking guys. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, all I wanted to know was, I need to know how high the window is in your control room. That's all I wanted to know. And so I asked you yesterday, and you said, I'll bring my tape measure in.
Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find the tape measure.
Couldn't find it. Don't know where it went.
Now it's time.
It's small. It's like a miniature
dog
one.
law. Words for every red-blooded American to live by. As presented by the Big Dog.
Man ought always to know where his tape measure is.
That was today's dog law. You'll thank us later.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I mean, you need to be able to reach out and touch a knife. Some kind of a blade or some kind of a pocket knife.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to always know where your nearest tape measure is. I have a tape measure in my desk. I have a tape measure in the kitchen in the junk drawer. I have a tape. I have a tape measure in my barn, which is in the barn, which is out on the back property.
All right.
And then I have a tape measure. I have actually 2 tape measures in the garage, which serves as our wood shop. I have 2 tape measures. I have 1 tape measure over my workbench, and I have a tape measure over my wife's workbench. So there's always a tape measure somewhere. And then my wife actually keeps a tape measure in the truck because one of them little ones like you're talking about, like a 12-footer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those
I
little
think it's
baby
16. I think it's 16, actually. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Don't sell them short.
16, baby. Got to have that 16-footer. I like the 25s myself, and it's got to be wide. I like a nice, thick, wide tape measure. You know what I'm saying? I want a nice, thick, wide tape measure. As you saw, I think I let you. Down. I did let you use my tape measure the other day. That's another dog log. Man really ought not let another man touch his tape measure.
You let Jackson use it. I didn't touch your tape measure.
Yeah, I did. I handed you my tape measure, and I said, look how thick and wide, how long and thick and wide my tape measure. You notice you put that little button down on it, and it's stiff. You notice how stiff it was? You could, like, you don't need an extra person. You should be able to measure something that's 50 inches wide without having to have another person. If you got a nice, thick, stiff tape measure, you can then lock it in position, and then it doesn't droop. Because if droopy tape measure is not good.
No, it's not. No. It's not at all. No.
So now you need to know you always have to be able to reach out and touch your tape measure.
Look, 4 movies that you didn't even talk about. And maybe it's because I'm younger and I grew up on these movies, and I
give
thought
them
they
to me
were
one
great.
at a time. Let me hear what you got.
I remember every single one that you've called out. I've seen all of them because I'm a baseball guy. But The Rookie.
The Rookie. Okay, is The Rookie, or are you talking about Rookie of the Year?
No, The Rookie, the one where he throws the ball. He's older. He's a teacher.
That's a
Dennis
true story.
Quaid. Yeah,
Dennis Quaid. True story
about the Rays pitcher. Yeah, he is. He really is. He really,
as a guy.
I thought he was really cool in that movie, and then after I found out who Dennis Quaid was, I was like,
he's a really.
I like Randy Quaid better. Anyway,
the Rookie. Okay, The Rookie is good. Do you know about what year The Rookie came out?
99, 2000, something like that.
Okay,
maybe. Rookie of the Year with
Rookie
the kid.
Of the Year, is that the kid with
the broken arm?
That
Yeah,
throws the eephus pitch. That's kind of geeky.
But that was like if you were a kid like me, that was a move. That was great. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then Little Big League.
All right, wait a minute. Little Big League.
Where the same kid owns a baseball team, the Cleveland Indians.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen that movie?
No.
Oh, it's great. Little Big League. Great movie. It's cheesy. It's a kid movie kind of.
Okay,
but
it's not Field of Dreams or Bull Durham. Or
it's like Rookie of the Year. It's like the same kid.
Well, I'm talking about in terms of. Is it the same kid?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They look the same anyway.
In terms of gravitas, though, it's not Rookie of the Year. I mean, it's not. Sorry, it's not Bull Durham. It's not Field of Dreams.
No. But like those 2 movies right there, they're not. I don't think they're the same kid anyway.
They're just.
But they just look the same. But
what else you got?
Those movies were like some of the greatest movies when I was a kid. There's also one more, Bad News Bears. The Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears is a good one.
That's a baseball movie. That is a
good one. That's a good baseball movie. But again, 100 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think, when was the last decent baseball? Now, have you ever seen Trouble with the Curve?
Yes. I know it's about. That's
Clint
Eastwood, right?
It's he's an old man.
Yeah.
His granddaughter goes with him to help him. He's a scout, and he can literally hear the curveball. He can tell what kind his eyesight is going.
Oh.
It's a really good movie.
Moneyball.
It's a really good.
I just realized Moneyball. That's probably
Moneyball
the best
is a good
newer movie.
No, it's not newer. Moneyball's probably 15, 18 years old.
Okay, but that's newer than all the other movies we've rattled off.
Yeah. But I'm saying they don't make good baseball movies anymore.
No. There's not even a really good football movie. The last good football movie was, and you don't like it, Any Given Sunday, but also The Replacements. And I know we're talking baseball, but I'm just saying there hasn't been many football movies either.
Well, not recently, that's for sure.
Well, I guess the Longest Yard remake was all right, but But in terms of baseball, no, there's nothing.
15 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude is dead. Burt
Reynolds. Yeah.
But you got to go way back. Have you ever taken the time to watch Pride of the Yankees with Gary Cooper?
Yeah. No, I've seen that.
Today.
Oh yeah.
Today. I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Yeah, Pride of the Yankees, where Babe Ruth played Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
He played himself.
I think we talked about this about a little over a month ago, maybe.
Oh, did we?
I believe so. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I
remember you like something. Was it somebody? Maybe somebody died referring to the movie, or it was something referring to the movie.
Maybe.
You did something. Yeah.
I may have done something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember stuff anymore. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. So what can I tell you? All right. Hard update for those of you that are wondering. I did go through the battery of tests.
No problem, just having a heart attack.
I have a heart attack. I made it through all of the tests, including the stress test, which they did not have to do the nuclear test. I was able to get on the treadmill and get my heart rate up to 136 beats, which is a lot. And I was able to get it done on the treadmill because I did not want to have to do the nuclear test. They did all of the other tests. I have to go back next week. I won't miss any showtime, but I have to go back next Thursday afternoon to get all of the results. But two things that we learned. One, I'm on a medication. One of my diabetes medications is bad for my heart and I shouldn't have been on. And I'm the one that caught it because I was wondering, like, I've gained 20 pounds in 3 months. And I'm like, I went to a cardiologist guy and I said, look, what the heck, man? My old doctor put me on this and then retired. Right after he put me on it, my diabetes doctor, my regular doctor, and he said he came running in. I sent the bottle out with the nurse, took it to the cardiologist. He came running back. He said, stop taking that immediately. That's not good for you. You got heart failure. That's not good for you. So they changed my medications up, and that may be good. And then the other thing was, now I'm not a echocardiogram technician. You know what I mean? I'm just a patient, but I've had enough of these things. I kind of snuck a peek at the thing as I was leaving the room. I put my shirt back on. He shaved my chest and spots and everything. I looked like I got attacked by a Wolverine or something. And I looked at the screen, and I think I saw what my EF was, and it wasn't good. It was falling. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Hopefully, I know what he's going to do next week. He's going to start talking transplant again. I'm going to talk him out of it. I don't need no stinking transplant. We'll fix this one. We're going to get this one right. But I'm still standing. And I'm all right. So that's where we're at on that deal. That's your update. Grizz is hoping to take the show over, so he wants, no. I want this guy to fall out so I don't have to listen to him tell me to measure the window anymore. I don't want to hear him talking about tape measures or anything.
No collusion here.
All right, let's get a break. When we come back, Kevin Rogers, VegasInsider.com. It's coming up next, right here, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Simple Green is perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new. Visit them at simplegreen.com.
Webb Simpson, the odds-on favorite to win the Wyndham Championship at Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina at 12-1. Hideki Matsuyama at 15-1. Louis Oosthuizen at 18-1 odds. Odds were released Wednesday for Defensive Rookie of the Year for the 2021 NFL season. Micah Parsons of the Cowboys is the odds-on favorite at plus 450, with Jamin Davis of the Washington football team close behind at plus 500, Jalen Phillips of the Dolphins at plus 700, and Kwity Paye of the Colts at plus 900. As for Offensive Rookie of the Year, Trevor Lawrence leads the way at plus 275, Justin Fields at plus 500, Trey Lance plus 600, Zach Wilson at plus 700.
I'm Trey Westerberg, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Never mind fall and football being in the air. We want to taste it.
And never mind not being able to tailgate at the game. Let's create the ultimate barbecue experience in your own backyard.
You said it, Foster Brooks, and that's where Brooks & Collier comes in. Big selection of outdoor furniture.
And a big selection of grills and smokers like Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blaze, even DCS, and more.
This is the good stuff.
And Paul, we definitely got the accessories. And remember, we deliver. Visit us at 813 Meridian Street and shop online at brooksandcollier.com.
Take your taste buds back in time with a trip to the all-new Bubby's Diner, offering a variety of mouth-watering food, from delicious starters to 50-style diner food and meat-and-three meals, featuring owner and Huntsville native Chris Bubby Belcher's family's homemade recipes. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 8412 Whitesburg Drive in the former Gibson's Barbecue. And you can enjoy $50 worth of delicious Bubby's Diner food for half price with this week's Zone Deal. On sale now online at 977ESPN.com.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
Drinking coffee straight from the pot. Power move. Wearing a bathrobe to work. Power move. Switching to super fast, extra reliable internet from WOW. Power move. Switch and save with WOW Internet for just $19.99 a month. It's switching season, so make a move with our best deal of the year. Get the speed you need starting with Internet 100 for just $19.99 a month. Plus, ask how to get $200 on us. Sign up at wowway.com today.
Wow.
Limited to new customers with autopay and paperless billing. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, "If you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself."
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
This is Steve Moulton from The Drive. Be sure and join us today from 5 to 7 with Wes Neighbors and me. Now back to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back to Thom Abraham Show. Segment of the show is brought to you by North Alabama Mortgage. My buddy Brian Hamaker and his crew over there ready to assist you guys in getting the proper mortgage that you need, whether it's in Alabama, Tennessee, or Florida. They can take care of you. They do conventional, VA, FHA, USDA loans. They do it all. Purchases and refinances as well. You know, maybe you want to do a little home renovation. That's what I got going on. I want to do the kitchen, and I'm thinking about doing a little refi. And who am I going to talk to? I'm going to talk to Brian Hamaker. That's who I'm going to talk to. College expense as well. Another big expense. You know, they take care of you. They treat everybody like family. All right, that's just the way they are. Check them out. Go to NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com. Speaking of Florida, our good friend Kevin Rogers is back from Vegas Insider. He is based out of Miami. So, Kevin, if you're thinking of buying a house or refinancing, North Alabama Mortgage can take care of you right there in Florida. How about that?
Good to know. I refinanced a little while ago.
Yeah.
Cut down my payments, so that's always a good thing.
It is a good thing, that's for sure. How has the summer of baseball been for you there at Vegas Insider? We haven't talked in a few weeks. How's it been going?
Actually, very well. Since the start of July, I'm up over 20 units in baseball. So, and those are all one-unit plays. Those aren't like,
right.
25-unit plays, not something ridiculous like that. So, I've done pretty well. I had a slow start to the season, and, the biggest problem is, Tom, a couple things. Number one, the favorites have just dominated like the last, few weeks in Major League Baseball, and you have this disparity with some of these teams, Texas, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Baltimore. These teams are all terrible, and it feels like they're all playing like Milwaukee and San Francisco and the White Sox, all these top teams, like every game. So, you have that. And secondly, these totals, you cannot play baseball totals anymore because you're getting like the situation with the Yankees and Royals.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You're reading my mind. I was going to ask you about that game. It was a 3-3 game. Yeah.
No, it was 0-0 after 6.
Right.
And then eventually it got to 3-3. And I've seen that several times this year where I remember I had a Braves-Phillies under back in June or something like that. It was like Zach Wheeler and Ian Anderson on the mound. And I think it was under 7.5. It was 1-1 going. Actually, it was 1-0 going to the ninth. I think Freddie Freeman hit the tying home run, and then they went to extras. The Braves got 2, and then in the bottom of the 10th inning,